Hello, my name is Ashley, and welcome to my first book talk. Today I'm going to talk about some of the books that I've read in October. The first book I want to talk about is Virgin River by Robin Carr. It's the first book in a series and is a new show on Netflix. When Melinda Monroe, Mel, sees an ad for a midwife, nurse practitioner job in the small village of Virgin River, Mel immediately jumps on it. The small mountain area, with 600 people or so, is a sharp contrast to her life in LA, something she needs after the death of her husband. But when Mel arrives, she quickly realizes that living in a small town has its own challenges and wants to make a quick exit. But when a baby is abandoned on a front porch, she decides to stay a little longer, and with the help of one handsome Jack Sheridan, she just might stay forever. This book has sucked me in to the point where I'm now on book 5 in the series. Even though the books are considered romance, they aren't as heavy as some other books in the genre. Each book focuses on a different couple, yet they're all connected to Jack and Mel in some way or another. And they all have their own challenges and struggles and sense of community within the village. It's truly an escapist read and takes me away from the world. The second book I read was Hatchet by Gary Paulson. I read it as a child, but wanted to reread it since his death this month. Hatchet tells the story of Brian, who is flying to Canada to visit his father after his parents' divorce. When the pilot has a heart attack and dies, Brian must land the plane and then survive in the wilderness over the summer with nothing but a hatchet that his mother gave him before he left. I've always loved survival stories, and so this book has a special place in my heart. It's really meant for young adults, particularly around 12 or 13, so its descriptions of certain things are a little more light than what you would have read as an adult. Hatchet also has 2 or 3 sequels, the second being The River, which I also read this month, where Brian is asked to recreate what happened to him so that others can learn from it. Currently, I'm reading Pet Sematary by Stephen King for Halloween. Louis Creed is a doctor who moves his family to Maine for a new job opportunity. Everything seems perfect, except his house is on a busy road where many pets have died on, with a pet cemetery to prove it. But there is another cemetery, one that even the Indians are afraid to go to anymore, one where dead things can come alive once more. But do you really want to? This book is hard to describe. The scary things aren't that scary. No monsters or ghosts come out to kill anything. And most of the book is talking about things and thinking about it instead of action. But that is typical Stephen King. He talks a lot before giving you a short passage of something disturbing. This one I've read a few years ago and loved it, as I read it in 2 days. But now it's taking me twice as long to finish. Maybe I changed and don't find it as intriguing as before. So these are some of the books I've finished in October. Have you read any of these books? And what were your thoughts on them? And what are your favorite reads from October? Uh, the book covers that I've used in this uh, video came from Google, and the book's picture of a book on the first and last slide is from Unsplash.